Hello. So, just to, if anybody's watching, my name is Holly, and hello. Hello, Amari. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Good night.
How are you?
I'm fine, and thank you for asking you.
Very good, very good. Remind me, you are in Egypt, right?
Oh, no, 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 no.
KSA? Where I can't remember.
Okay, I'm from Brazil, but I currently live in Mexico.
Oh, okay. Yes, you were with Edson, and yeah, I remember the
Yes.
class you were in. Okay.
Y-
This is the 24th class I've taught in about 4 days, so I'm
Oh, wow.
confusing everybody. So,
That's okay. My first class with you was 2 days before, I think.
uh-huh.
Like a game. I needed to give it a letter and
Ah,
something like that.
yeah, that was the Wheel of Fortune.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, that's the class you were in. Okay. I remembered your name and I remembered your picture. That's all I remembered. So,
Okay, no problem, no worries.
hi Carlina, how are you today?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
Very good. So, where are you calling from?
I'm from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, so we've got two people from Brazil,
Yes.
and Amari is as well. Sergio, where are you calling from?
Hello, Holly. Hello, everybody. I'm calling from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil,
As
as well.
well. Okay, is this normal to have three people from the same country?
I never seen before, but that's amazing. Why not?
Yeah, and no one else yet.
Only Brazil.
Yeah, so I think that in Brazil you guys had very good childhood, so you want to talk about what your experience as children. So. Wonderful. We'll wait a couple more minutes to see if anybody else comes. So, for those of you who do not know me, I actually started teaching officially on Verbling last Wednesday, and I'm still learning a little bit about the Verbling way, which is great. I've been teaching English since 1994, and I have been teaching online since 2006. And I took a couple years off, and I just came back into teaching full time, and I'm loving it. It's wonderful. Um, so normally I like to show my little picture. I'm going to turn my camera off and show my picture, and that's my little dog Alpo.
Oh, okay.
And he was actually born in Hungary, and he was raised in Finland because I lived in Finland when I got him. Now we both live in the States, and so right now he's sitting right next to me with
Oh,
his. Oh, he knows I'm talking about him because he came up to me, but his tail is wagging and so forth. So if you're a person,
I
that's my
love
little pride
dogs.
and joy.
Oh, I love dogs.
So, oh, do you have a dog,
One, two. I
Carolina?
have one, two. I used to have two, but he passed away last year, and now I have one female dog named Sandy. She's a
Okay.
sausage,
She's
a tekel.
what is it?
It's like a doxy.
A Dotson? Dachshund, maybe. Maybe a Dachshund. I'll write it down. Um, like this. Is it a Dachshund? Do you know that word? Anyway, anyway. So Sergio, what picture is that? Rio de Janeiro that I see in your picture?
Yes, this is uh, Botafogo beach and the Bahia de Botafogo,
Uh-huh.
Botafogo Bay, and the Sugarloaf is the hill, the mountain.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mapacho is a
Wow.
really famous hill.
It looks really beautiful. It
Yeah,
looks
it is.
beautiful. Yeah, there's beauty all over the place. So Amaury, since you're living in Mexico right now, are you homesick for this, seeing the picture?
Yes, teacher, of course. I went to Rio de Janeiro 1 year before, and
Uh-huh.
I visited the on the beach, Fluminense, Botafogo, Pão de Açúcar, Cristo Redentor. It's nice. Yes, I still homesick.
Yeah, yeah. So how long have you been in Mexico?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Wow, that's a long time. Is it for work or study?
For work, but I can't back to Brazil because I love my life here.
Ah, okay. All right. Alberto, welcome. Where are you from? Where are you calling from? Alberto? Is your maybe your microphone's not working. Hi, Alberta. So, I can't understand. I can speak another language, but I can't speak
No
yours.
worry. He said hello everybody, something like that.
Oh,
Hola,
okay.
hola Alberto, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás en línea?
So is that like hello, everyone, how are you?
Yes, something like that.
Okay. I can speak Finnish, but I can't speak Spanish. So, or is it Portuguese?
Oh, it's Spanish.
It's Spanish. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. It looks like I wonder if Carolina lost her internet. Hopefully, she'll be back. So, um, what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about when you were a child, and uh, so. Um, so can everybody see that PowerPoint that says when I was a child?
Yes, teacher, I can see.
Can you see it? Okay, excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so did you have a good childhood?
Um,
So Amaury, how was your childhood?
my childhood was amazing, in my opinion, because I was learning with my parents and in that school and with my friends a lot of things, new things in my life. And right now, I can spend my time correctly. Correctly, I spend my time right now.
Uh-huh. All right. And how about you, Sergio? What was your child like? Did you have a good childhood?
Yeah, definitely. When I was a child, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I used spend off most of my time out of my house, but yeah, definitely, I had a
Uh-huh.
great time.
Uh-huh. Excellent. Excellent. And so you said you spent most of the time out of your house. Does that mean you were out with your friends in the neighborhood? Or
No,
were
no,
you?
no, no, no. It means I spend a lot. I will spend a lot of time with my friends and my family. Not necessarily in my parents' house, but around my uncle, cousins, uh, yeah, and
Yeah.
in general families, grandma and grandpa house.
Oh, okay. So your grandparents' house and your cousins and so forth. Um, Excellent. All right. Well, the first thing for those of you who have been in some of my classes, I usually always start with pictures. So did you play with any of these pictures? So first of all, let's see if we know the vocabulary for some of these words, and then I will ask you if you actually played with anything similar to that, or if you remember anything like this. So the first picture, the blue thing, what is that?
Like a car.
Yeah. So it's a car, and did Sergio and Mauri, did you play with Matchbox cars when you were small?
Yes, when I was a child, I playing with car balls, and I like that dog, but I don't know that name about the play. I don't know.
Okay. So you played with things like this dog?
Yes, the up three things. Yes, I do. I did.
Okay. So you played with the dog. Did you play with Matchbox cars? Do you guys know that? I'll write it in the chat. Yeah, Matchbox cars. I don't have a picture. I couldn't find a picture of them.
No worries. I didn't remember
Matchbox cars. And those are actually just a real small cars that are about the size of your thumb or your finger.
Oh, okay. Maybe yes, teacher.
Yeah. And Sergio, how about you? Did you play with any Matchbox cars when you were small?
Yes, maybe me too.
Yeah.
But my preferred was is the ball. This is my friend.
Okay, so you didn't actually play with a lot of toys because you were with your friends a lot. Excellent. So what is I want to point at another picture. What is this called in English?
Ball?
I don't know.
Okay, and we actually call it a beach ball. Hello, Alberto. Welcome back.
Hi, teach. I'm here.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome back. We call this a beach ball. Did you guys have this kind of ball in your countries?
I didn't remember that name, teacher, but that ball is like a swimming pool. You play in the swimming pool on the beach or something like that.
Exactly. That's why we call it a beach ball.
Beach ball.
Yeah, in the States we don't have it as much in swimming pool as much as we use these at the beach. So, and hello, David. So we have two Davids. No, I guess we don't. I'm sorry. And David, where are you calling from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil as well. Okay, and Alberto, where are you calling from? What country are you from?
Me too. Brazil.
Brazil. So everybody in this class is from Brazil. And we had Carolina earlier from Brazil as well. So I think the best place to have your childhood is in Brazil because all of you want to talk about it, or you're willing to talk about it. So the next picture, did any of you guys have one of these when you were small? This a rolling dog.
Rolling dog.
Yeah, or anything like this, or a toy on wheels. Anybody?
Pencil, colors. Pencil, I don't know. I
It's
have had.
wood.
Yeah, it's a wooden toy. So, and that's another thing we could actually call it. Really, is a wooden toy. So, wooden toy. Did anybody have wooden toys when you were small? Or do you remember?
I used yes, have car made by wood.
Okay, and who was that? Is that Sergio?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you had a car made by wood, and yeah, I didn't have any wooden toys. I don't remember. But except I think we had these. What down here on the bottom? What is that called? Anybody know? Some of the first toys that kids have.
Sadai?
Yeah. So it's actually called a block.
Block.
Basically, they're called it's a block, but blocks when there's more than one. So did you guys play with blocks when you were small, or do you remember?
I don't remember. It's like a dice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but they're a little bit bigger, and a lot of people kids will build towers and stuff like that because there's usually many of them. So, yeah. Okay, how about this? Did anybody what is this called, first of all, and did anybody play with it when you were small or have one when you were small?
The bear?
Yeah, the
Teddy
bear.
bear.
Teddy bear, yeah. Does anybody
It's so popular in Brazil.
You have them in Brazil?
In Brazil, it is no popular.
It's not popular. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In the states it is. I think everybody pretty much had a teddy bear when they were small. Do you guys know the origin of the name?
No, teacher.
No.
Apparently, back 100 and maybe 100 years ago or more, there was Teddy Roosevelt, and they had actually found a live bear, and they named him Teddy after the president, and that's how the toy started to be called the teddy bear, and so it came from a former president of ours. So anyway, next one. Did any of you guys play with train sets, or do you remember?
Yes, but the train was a little different. It was in a. It was a little electric train, and he moves by itself. I don't know the name.
Yeah. Okay.
Train.
Yeah.
Train.
So it was a little different than this picture, but you did play with trains. And did you want to ever ride on a train or anything like that because you had a train set?
What?
Did you want to ride on a train?
Yeah, I never ride on a train in my life.
Oh,
Just
okay.
in the subway.
Really? So are there no trains in Brazil?
A little. There is. I know where there is one, but I never go on it.
Okay. Have the rest of you guys been on a train in Brazil?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yeah, okay. I know that in the U.S., if you live in the eastern part of the U.S., the trains are normal, and a lot of people will take the trains like from Pennsylvania to New York and stuff like that. But when you go to the West Coast, especially in the mountain area up in the northwest part, it's very difficult to take a train. Yeah, because few people do have a market for it. So, okay, the next one. Did anybody ever play with that? The bottom one, this one right here. And what is it? Anybody know what it is? Any idea?
Duck.
It is a duck, yeah. We actually
Little duck.
call it a rubber ducky.
Rubber.
Rubber ducky. And there was a song that was made probably in the 60s about rubber ducky and how it's the kid's best friend. But back before I was a child, a lot of people would have a rubber ducky when they played in the bathtub. So they would have a bathtub toy. So, but that's not common in Brazil. Have you guys ever seen one?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
I
Okay.
think it is popular here.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah.
My niece had one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I never had one, although I used to sing this song. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath times lots of fun. So anyway, so what I thought we would do is brainstorm some of the toys, activities, and games that you guys used to play when you were kids, if you can think back. And it's really funny. Here we are in a Verbling class, and we have 4 or 5 people, all from the same country. So in Brazil, what kinds of we've talked a little bit about toys, but what kinds of activities did you guys play? Soccer.
Number one.
And did all little boys want to be want to play soccer? Professional soccer when they were small?
Maybe, I think so.
Yeah. So, or let's also, it's soccer. I'm American, so soccer is the word I would use, but also football is what the rest of the world calls it. So, any other activities besides football or soccer?
Video game.
Video games. Oh, okay. So you guys were born after the 80s, in the 80s, right? Video games. I remember when my dad brought home our first video game console, and it was in 1977. And do you guys remember the game Pong?
Yes.
We thought that was the most cool game. So that was basically what it was. It was just Pong, and then in the 80s things started to get better by the rest. So what kind of video games did you guys play?
Well, I'm a little old, maybe. I played Atari.
Uh-huh.
Nintendo.
Atari.
Mega Drive.
Mega Drive, what's that?
It is from Japanese company.
Yeah, okay, I've never heard of that. PlayStation, all the others I've heard of.
Master System.
Yeah.
Did you hear about it?
No, I haven't.
No.
It's funny because I enjoy video games, but I've never really got into the video game consoles, where you have them on your TV. I always like to play them in the arcade, or when the internet came out with games. So, do you guys still play video games? Yeah. Okay, so currently, right now, what is your current addiction for video games? What is the game?
Movies. I don't know. I like to watch movies, read sometimes.
Okay. Like right now, and yesterday I was talking to a lady, in one of my classes, and we both are stuck on Candy Crush Saga.
The game Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Many people play it.
Yeah.
I never played.
You've never played it? Is anybody anybody in this class on Candy Crush Saga?
Yeah, it is popular here, but I didn't know. I don't know it.
You don't know it? Okay. Anybody else? Alberto, do you know Candy Crush Saga? Do you play?
Well, teacher. And also Moviteira, Activity, né? Activity, Moviteira, What TV. Que mais?
Okay. Okay.
Beat, né? Beat, soccer play.
Play soccer.
Play soccer em beat, né? Okay.
Okay, and then thank you very much. Thank you very much. Amari, do you play Candy Crush Saga?
No, teacher.
No?
Crush.
No. And do you, David?
Me not.
No, not me neither. You can say me neither. Okay, so yeah, so none of you do. Okay, maybe it's just a girl thing. I don't know, because a lot of the females that I know, all watch Candy Crush Saga. So
my nieces play that game of birds, Angry Birds.
Oh, Angry Birds, yeah. My 5-year-old nephew, he is actually he's very, very good at video games, and since he was a little one, he's always liked technology, and he plays Angry Birds and Minion Rush or something like that.
Yeah, they play too.
Yeah, so they absolutely love it. So, and he gets my sister, his mom, to play it with him. So they'll be going back and forth and playing Minion Rush together, and he just absolutely loves it. So let's go on to some discussion questions and fluency. So let's start. I'm going to start with number 1, and then I'm going to ask one of you, and then you guys can ask somebody else a question as well. So the first question I have for you here is, let's start with Amari, since you were the first person here. Were there many children in your family?
My family, I have 2 brothers, younger than me, so yes.
So you had 3 children, three boys.
Yes.
3 boys. Okay. And okay, so why don't you go ahead and ask somebody else either that same question or a different question?
Okay, I choose a different question. From Sergio, do we have to answer children's questions even if they are inappropriate ones? The last question.
Do you have answers? That's a tough one.
It's a very.
I think so. I think we can answer, but you have to adequate your answer for the children, for his or her age.
Mm-hmm. One way to say that, Sergio, the way you said it was perfect, but another way to say that is the answer should be age appropriate. So
yeah, the answer should be age.
Yeah. And yeah, so Sergio, why don't you ask a question?
Okay. Alberto, do you enjoy being around children? Number
That's
3.
number 3.
Do
Do you
you?
enjoy being around children?
Do you enjoy being around him? Você se diverte na adolescência? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I have
You're muted.
one daughter. I have one
We can't
daughter.
hear you. Is
My
he?
daughter.
No, he's not muted. Alberto, we can't hear you. We cannot hear you. So okay, maybe you can ask somebody else, and he can get his once he gets his audio working again. So maybe
Okay.
maybe David.
Okay, Dave. I will choose a different one. What is the most annoying and amazing thing about children? Interesting.
Okay, right here, number 8. No, wait,
Number
7.
7.
7.
Okay. You know, the most amazing thing about children, they are cute, and my dream is have a child, but when they cry is annoying, very annoying.
Yeah. Especially if they cry for a little bit, it's okay, but if they continue crying.
Yes, and at night is very bad when they cry at night.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, especially with new parents, because new parents are like, "Oh no, what do we do? What do we do?" Are any of you guys parents? Do we have any
No,
fathers here? No? Okay. David, why don't you ask a question?
okay. Let me see, Alberto. Why do you think children commit violent crimes?
Number.
Oh, we can't hear him.
Yes.
Maybe.
So it goes to Amari.
Okay. What is the question? Sorry.
11.
11. Why do you think children commit violent crimes? I think because the game is it's inappropriate to play because it's more violent than could be, in my opinion.
Hmm. I think that's a hot topic as do
Yes.
games.
Yes.
I was teaching at a high school in Finland when they had their first school shooting, and we were all very shocked. And one of the classes that I had, we had some avid gamers. Do you guys know what I mean by that?
Oh.
Avid gamers. They played games all the time. They were on the video games all the time.
Wow.
And they were so that when somebody brought up that opinion, they were so against it. How could that be? No, 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 no. So, how about the rest of you? Do you think that video games contribute to violent crimes by kids and teenagers?
I think so, but I think that's again, this is a tough question, tough one. But it depends on the parents' education, because I think the will be a good or a bad behavior comes from the education.
Mhm. Yeah.
If you just like let your son, your children live by themselves, just okay, living, enjoy. Yeah, I think you have a risk. You
Mhm.
run a risk to create maybe a person that you wouldn't like to create.
Okay. So what you're saying is if the parents are not paying attention,
Yeah,
uh, and they allow video games and movies and TV shows to raise the children, then it's quite possible that they could commit violent crimes because they're being raised by video games and movies and so forth. That
yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Sergio. No, Sergio, can you ask David or Alberto? Can we hear you yet?
Noted.
We can't.
I
We can't
said
hear you.
I need breath.
Okay.
Be
Yeah.
attention. Be attention.
Check the microphone.
Sorry, I have difficult conversation.
Okay. I'm writing him a message. Hopefully he sees it. So yeah, we can't hear you. Can you check your microphone so you can participate? Um. All right, Sergio, can you choose a question and I guess ask David?
Okay, David. Okay. What is the most important thing that you need to teach children for you? Number 8.
Okay. I don't know. Uh, the most important thing I think you need to show them what is the better way for they go. They can't spend a lot of time with important things because the time that they use to study is very important in that moment. They are children, but they have responsibilities.
Mm-hmm. So it's important to teach them to be responsible
Yes,
and
and study a lot.
study a lot.
Yes,
Oh, do you agree with that, Sergio?
Uh, some points, yes, but in different points, I think yes, you should give them the the real uh, the real scenario of the life. It's not like just enjoy, but it is children. They are children, so they have to enjoy this time as well. Like a children, like playing a lot, enjoy your time. But yes, when you have time, like have age for learn something, you have to do your tasks, home tasks, and then you have to enjoy, have fun.
Hmm. So they need to learn to no, they need to be kids but still have responsibilities. So
Have to create a balance.
yeah. What do you guys think about people that uh, actually they burden children with adult problems.
What?
I just wrote it down. What do you think of people who burden children with adult problems?
What burden means?
It means, say, for example, I know of somebody who was talking to some young children and was telling them, well, your mama is in prison, so you need to be very good to her.
Okay.
So now to burden somebody is to worry them.
It is bad. It is depend on the age of the children. I think when they are a little young, all they need to do is play and go to school and study in the school and be a good student in the preschool. I don't know the name. When they just find and play in the playground, I don't know.
Yeah.
But when they become more older, the responsibilities need to increase, and they have to keep being a good student and listen to the teachers.
Yeah. So, and what do you think about people who basically do everything, mothers who do everything for their children?
It is wrong. Maybe they could grow up a person that needs much of help from other people.
So they, instead of much, we can say a lot of help.
Yes, a lot of help.
A lot of help, because they cannot be, they do not need to be independent. Do you guys ever go to do you ever spend time with your nieces? Do you have nieces or nephews?
I have.
Do you ever spend time with them at the playground?
No. Me not. Me neither. I don't know.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. The reason I ask is because some people, if the kids are too short, some parents will go and they'll pick them up and they'll help them on the playground equipment. And my sister told me that if the kids cannot get on the playground equipment themselves, they're too small. so she doesn't help them. And we found an article of somebody had written, "Please don't help my children," and it's a way for them to learn to be independent. So I was just wondering from your experience. So we have a second Sergio here. Okay, he left. Okay, two Sergios. Do you have two computers? Okay. Anyway. David, why don't you choose a question and ask Sergio?
Okay. Okay. Ish.
Oh, Sergio's gone.
He's gone. Yes.
Okay. Well, I will. Well, what I'd like to do now. Real quick, I want to read through a blog post that I just found off of Facebook. Actually, just like 10 minutes before this class, I saw this this Facebook post, and I thought, since we're talking about this, is 21 problems only. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. 21 problems only 5-year-olds will understand. Okay. Oh, well, good. Back. Okay, Sergio, can you read number 1?
Yes. Number 1. When you ask parents to play and they're like, just a minute.
Yeah, so when you ask your parents to play and they're like, in just a minute, this is actually very slang spoken English. But yeah, so that's a problem for a 5-year-old when the parents say in just a minute. Okay, if there are any words here that you do not understand, tell me. Okay, number two. Alberto, can you read? Can you speak now? Oh, we can hear you, I think. Hello?
I'm here, teacher.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome back. Can you read?
My children, olha aqui, Ana, dá com a mão, Ana, dá tchau.
Oh, hi.
Ana Beatriz. He has 6 years old. Help you at school exercise now.
Hello.
Okay? Dá
Hello.
tchau pra ela. Hello, tchau. Ela tá dando aula de criança. Okay, teacher.
It's nice to meet you.
My family. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Hello, Alberto's family. Uh-oh, he left again. He'll be back. Okay. So, David, could you read the second one? Uh-oh, what is that? The second problem that a 5-year-old would experience. Oh, wait, I gotta get it back on the screen, don't I? One moment. Okay, so the second problem a child would experience.
Okay.
I don't like
2.
this picture.
Arriving at the restaurant and discovering they don't have crayons. What crayons means?
Yeah. Arriving at a restaurant and discovering they don't have crayons. Okay, let's talk about what crayons mean. Bear with me a moment. A crayon is one of these right here. So they're kind of wax pencils or something like that.
Mark.
Yeah, so that's what a crayon is.
Okay.
Next one. And by the way, this is a blog post, so I'm kind of, there's a couple things in this post that I don't like, and one of them is this picture right here, so I'm going to get it off the screen real quick. And another one is they use a bad word. So number 3, David, could you read that?
Okay, ordering chocolate milk, then hearing your mom say, make that a regular milk.
Yeah, has that ever did that ever happen to you as children? Sergio, I think it did, right?
No, I didn't.
What? Oh, you saw the girl. Yeah.
Hi, escucha? Okay. Hola.
Hello. Hello, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. No,
Okay.
I said I didn't, but I had this a lot every single day. No, every single day, but usually I heard this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and this is a problem for a 5-year-old. Okay. Another problem for a 5-year-old. Sergio, could you read that?
Yes. Dropping things when you are strapped into your car seat and can't pick it up.
Okay. Now in Brazil, do you have to put the kids in car seats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. When you were children, did you ride in a car seat?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either. We didn't even have seat belts in our back seat.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain that to the kids.
Yes.
So, okay, another problem that a 5-year-old might have to endure. David, could you read that one?
Having to sit next to the kid who eats paste.
And do you understand that?
No, what is paste?
Paste is, you know, when you have two pieces. It's a craft. In school, you have arts and crafts, and you are trying to. It's glue. Glue is a word.
Glue.
Glue.
Children eat glue.
Yeah, apparently some kids eat glue.
Oh,
Only in America, right?
I think the taste is terrible. Must be terrible. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's a way of saying having to sit next to the weird kid. So, okay, next one. Sergio, could you read this one? Okay, and this one has a word in here that is inappropriate. Okay, number 6.
Getting to the store and seeing that some whole kid is already using the shopping cart.
Okay, to make this better, I didn't have time to fix it, but seeing that some other kid is already using the shopping cart. Do they have these kind of shopping carts in Brazil?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's not in all supermarket, but in some of them, you can see carts like that.
Okay.
Okay.
You haven't seen one?
No.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You will see one, especially when you have your own kids. Okay, number 7. This is another problem a 5-year-old would have. So, Sergio, could you read that?
Okay. Yeah. Not understanding the jokes your parents make.
Have you ever been around a 5- and 6-year-old? You guys are laughing, and they're laughing right along with you, and you know they have no clue. They do not understand. So, okay. Number 8. David, could you read that?
Okay, forgetting to put the cap back on your Play-Doh.
Yeah.
I don't know what is Play-Doh.
Play-Doh is, let's see if I can, let's Google this. I think they probably have this in Brazil, but it depends. I'm going to quickly Google. It's actually it's something. It's this kind of stuff. It's kind of like dough, and people use it to play. Kids use it. Oh, my internet's trying to be slow. Does that make sense? They're squitch. I don't know how else to explain it besides pictures. They shape it. They can shape it into all kinds of different things.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but if you have a jar of Play-Doh and and you don't put the cap on, it becomes hard, and you can no longer shape it. So a 5-year-old would find that very problematic. So, okay, and next one. Sergio, can you read that one?
Yes. When you see something on TV that you want, and your parents are like, "For Christmas."
Yeah, and Christmas is 9 months away. So, luckily, 5-year-olds don't have a sense of time. So, at least many of them don't. Number 10, David, could you read that?
Okay. When something goes wrong with the iPad, you ask your parents for help and they say, "You've played on that enough for one day."
Yeah. Can you imagine a 5-year-old having that problem? Okay. And this one, oh, again, I guess I didn't. Half-assed bedtime stories. Basically, it's where the person doesn't actually read the story. If something is done half-ass, it means they only do it halfway. So they're not really reading the story. They're kind of looking at the pictures and telling something, but not reading the true story.
Okay.
So, that's a funny picture, actually. Video. Number 12, Sergio, could you read that?
Yeah. When your parents scream your name at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, that can be really frustrating. And I think some 5-year-olds to stop listening. This, I think, truly is a problem that 5-year-olds run into. Forgetting which feet your shoes are supposed to go on. You know, do you guys remember having this problem? Did you have this problem as children?
I think I had.
Yeah, I think we all did. So, David.
Okay, when you ask your parents if you can sleep with them, and they tell you to sleep in your own room.
Oh, it's to sleep in your own room. Yes, that's a problem. I've seen my nieces and nephews frustrated with that one, especially when they want to sleep with Auntie, and Auntie always says no. So, Sergio, can you read the next one?
Okay. When your parents, so 5 more times, and then say time's up 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that? What we will do, well, sometimes we are at a play place. I'm with my sister and her kids, and we are at a play place, and I will ask them, do you want a preschool 5 minutes or a real 5 minutes? And they will look at me and they say, we'll take a preschool 5 minute. Well, a preschool 5 minutes is, or preschool 10 minute, is any time mom wants to leave, because the kids don't really know the difference between 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So they always choose the preschool one. It's pretty good.
Holly,
so, yes.
Just one question. What means this question in the video? The last one. This. Are you on crack?
Oh, this is this. I don't know what that. Yeah, basically, are you on crack? Basically, it's are you crazy, or are you? It really is. Are you on drugs? But it can be communicated with as are you crazy? So yeah. Next one. Another problem a 5-year-old would run into. David, can you read this?
Okay, when you try to hang with the older kids, but they totally shut you out.
So they totally shut you out.
Shut you out.
Yeah, totally shut you out. Okay. What does that mean?
Well, they ignore you, but I don't know what shut out means.
Okay, that basically is what it means. To shut somebody out basically means to ignore.
Okay.
Oh, it was a very good guess.
Yes.
Yeah, and because that's what older kids do to younger kids. So, okay, next one. And then because the older kids blew you off, which is another way of saying ignore, because the older kids blew you off, you get stuck playing with the toddlers. Do you know what toddlers are?
No.
Toddlers are our ages. A toddler is basically age 1 to 2, and then preschool is 3 to 5 years of age. So.
Okay.
Okay. And then number 18, Sergio, can you read that one?
Yeah. When you are ready to go, but your parents keep talking and talking and talking.
Yeah. I can see a 5-year-old frustrated with that one, especially when they're ready to go to the park. So. Okay. 19, David, could you read this one?
Okay. When you wake up at the crack of dawn before everyone else.
I think that's a big frustration for mom and dad. So.
What means crack of dawn?
Crack of dawn. Actually, the crack of dawn is a way of saying early in the morning, as soon as the sun came up.
Okay.
So it's the crack of dawn, is when the sun goes up. Okay. Sergio.
Number 20.
Yeah, number 20.
Being told you can't play cook because it is wasting food.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys understand that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then finally, the last thing. Oh, we're over time. I'm sorry about that, guys. The last thing that a 5-year-old would have problems with, and getting great big, super squishy hugs from your parents. Squishy is where, you know, when your aunt would hug you tight and hold on to you tight, and you're like you want to leave. That's what a squishy hug is. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for your time and attention and being able to stay the whole time. And I hope you learned some new words and got used to a new accent, so that when you are speaking English in another place, that you are able to understand and be more successful. So, and we thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You too,
guys.
teacher.
Take care.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good-
Bye.